Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and I fired up computer space here because a little while ago on a big live stream that Alan Stewart Mainmeister was doing, he was mentioning, oh yeah, you've got one of those computer spaces, right? So I've done a few videos about this, and also the fact I run a website devoted to computer space. It's called computerspacefan.com. And I just thought to myself, you know, there was a funny story regarding this, not this particular unit, but the game in general, that I wanted to kind of share, because it was one of my favorite moments to do with this machine. My wife and I went to, well, let me back it up. When I was starting to do my website, and it's been around for quite a long time, 12, 15 years? No, more than that. One of the things I thought of doing as part of it was kind of tracking where did they all end up, because this thing is from 1971. It's an old machine, and I'm sure a lot of them ended up being trash, or because the game wasn't very good. I've gone into those details. But where are they now type of a thing with my website. And when I was developing my site, I thought, well, I better have something to start with. What are some of the machines that are known to exist? Where are they, etc.? And there was one, among many, that I saw a picture of, and I'll insert it here, and I thought, where's that one all about? It was way back in the old forums, like, we're talking alt.binaries.arcade games, like way back, those old bulletin board posts. And some of the folks had referenced that picture of that particular computer space, and had said, I think it's in a store, like some weird thrift store or art store in San Francisco. Maybe Ashbury area? Question mark? Years ago that was posted. My wife and I happened to go to San Francisco on a trip. And I said to her, can we just try something? I want to go to Haight-Ashbury, the sort of funky district of town. I want to see if I can maybe find where this machine was, because it would be a great addition. Now that my website's up and running, I'd like to be able to tick that box and say that was what happened to that particular computer space. So we go to Haight-Ashbury. Now it's a very well-known bohemian artist alley part of San Francisco. Like, it's got people who are, you know, kind of that poetic beatnik crowd for decades in what is already a very artistic city. Apparently Hunter S. Thompson wrote a lot about it. The Grateful Dead are from there, Haight-Ashbury area. Jefferson Airplane. So it's got this long history of kind of, you know, alternative, sort of cool crowd. Certainly not my crowd. The artsy crowd. So we went to Haight-Ashbury, and I saw this store, put a picture of that down there, and it looked like maybe the kind of place had been mentioned on that forum thread way long ago. So I walked in there. Now, the people inside were very patient. When this balding, middle-aged, nerdy-looking guy in a t-shirt and jeans walked in, they're all decked out with like leather and buckles and like wild punk hair, and like they're a very interesting-looking crowd. And I walk in, and they weren't unpleasant, but they kind of sized me up of, you have ended up in the wrong store or something. What's going on here? And I walked up to the lady behind the counter, and I had that picture of computer space with me. And I said, I'd like to ask you something, but it's going to sound a little weird. And she took one look at me with her, you know, mohawk and her crazy rings off her ears, and she kind of just said, okay, but there is nothing you can ask me that would shock me. Fine. Kudos to her. I whip out the picture of computer space. And I said, well, I'm kind of looking for this machine, which apparently used to be here. And she just, her reaction was absolutely beautiful. She just went, I take it back. You can't ask me something I didn't expect. Let me find out from the owner. So she goes to the back, or maybe the manager. Manager comes out. He looks at the picture. He's like, oh my God, yeah. we had that thing in here 15, 20 years ago. I don't remember where it went or who it was or any of that. It might have belonged to the owner of what store was there before. It was there as a decorative piece. Man, sorry man, but that's a really cool picture, etc., etc. And then we went off to do some shopping and we enjoyed the rest of our San Francisco stay. But I just remember that reaction of that lady who had apparently seen it all, who knew the world, and then walks this balding middle-aged video game geek guy ready to blow her mind, and she's like, there is nothing you can say that could shock me. I take it back. Priceless. So, just wanted to share that little story. Love my computer space. Don't play it very often. It's not a great game, but whatever. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.